Hi and welcome to Revens Cross Model Railway. Sorry about the light there. Bit of an update on the layout. Point motors have arrived. Whee! Finally, it's been like 2 months. No. Yeah, 2 months, probably a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's been a while, but they've arrived, which is brilliant. And I got to say, it's worth the wait. Worth the wait. Let me show you what I've been up to. So this is the MTB DP4. DP standing for Digital Point. And although they look very kind of plasticky and, kind of 3D printed like, they are really good, really good. So these have got their own DCC decoder in them. So you press and hold that little white button there. You can see it there, that one there. Press and hold it for about 5 seconds. This little LED here does like a bit of a mental flash. And then as soon as you throw the point on your controller, so in this case I just press one of those buttons there. And that's it, it's programmed, it's done. Also has this terminal here, so the aux1, so my frog would actually, green wire would actually come on here, and then you'd have the 2 DCC bus lines coming here. So when this throws, it also throws and changes the polarity on the frog for the points, which is brilliant. And then I've got a spare one here, which I am intending to use. Well, there's 2 things I'm intended to use it for. I could actually use it for both. So one is for signals, and the other one is for kind of routing on the control panel when I build that, which is way in the future. Another little feature that I really love with these as well is the fact that, let me just hook you up there a minute and I'll try and show you. This one I've already started to undo. So, let me get you in focus. Go. Actually, let me zoom you out a little bit, maybe. Yeah, that'll be better. If I just slightly open this, I can remove this front bit here, and it has little pegs. So at the moment the pegs being set up for 00 gauge, and if I move it to there, like so, tiny little peg, move it to there. That's not ready for N gauge, but basically what that means is, if I put this back on, this throw here only moves a little bit. With 00 moves a little bit more, but you could set it for different style gauges of points and really kind of tune in these point motors. This screw in the middle enables you to kind of fit a bar. They do come with bars. Lots of people are saying, don't use these bars, use some piano wire, it's more flexible. No, you know what? They designed it with these bars, so I'm going to use these bars. You also get like 2 different size holes as well, and if you flip the whole of this around, obviously the positions change, so again, more flexibility. Just stick that in there like that, and what this means is you don't have to cut these down. You know, if you're using like seat point motors, or if you're using the hornbills or whatever, you've always got to cut them. And when I've used the seat ones before, when you cut them, they get hot, which then they melted the plastic at the point, and then that causes other issues. You don't have to do that. You can adjust the length to suit, which is brilliant. So, also these outer screws here enable you to fine tune the set where it's actually going to move to, which has been really, really brilliant, because if we go back a couple of episodes, I had a point which was literally right below a rafter. I've actually got two, one there and one up there. This was quite a good example because I've actually had to go straight through this, and it's right on the edge, but it works. This one here, I've actually had to modify it slightly, cut the tabs off to get it so far down there, but it means that I can also adjust this so it's right down the bottom there, and when it moves it works. It's so easy, so easy. So, oh, this one's falling apart. That's because I didn't do it up. Let me do that up. So easy. Two tiny little screws into the back there. Of course, the tricky bit is the wiring. Now, I've kind of pre-programmed all of these as I'm going along. I'll show you this one because this one isn't. So literally plug it in. It's got a removable plug, which means it's nice and easy to wire. I then press and hold this. Okay, LED's going nuts. Number 9 on my controller, because it's what this one's going to be. Number 9 on my controller. Oh, that's right, it only goes up to 8. So I have to use that one. And then number 1. Don't worry. What that means is I've got it, the little pin in the wrong bit, wrong position. So it just jumps about a little bit. Let's fix that now. Undo these little screws again. I just need to make sure that my pin is in the slot, so it runs in the screw instead of that, so I need that to be in the center slot. What was this in? It's in. There we go. And then clip that back in. There we go. So if I press number 1, which is 0.9, just finds its place. There you go. That's it. See how small that movement is? But that's all I need for engage. They're only small. I think one of the first or the second episode, I completely destroyed a point using the seat point motors because they were just so up, you know, just threw it over and made a bit of a mess of it. So now all I do, let me just roll you back in. No, too much. Come back. That's not going to focus. I find the hole of where the pin is. And then that's pretty much it for the positioning. The rest of it I just fine tune. What I have been doing as well, just to make my life a little easier, although I do screw them in. I have been putting little sticky pads on the back just so I can so I just do one like that. One at the back there. They're double-sided sticky pads, so once you can get your eyes to focus, I mean, there's me worrying about the camera focusing. It might not be. The camera may be in perfect focus. My eyes ain't even focusing when I'm looking at the screen. So I know that its current position is, I don't know actually. Good point. What is its current position? Down, up. Which means I need the point to be throwing up like that. And then I know that the orientation is that way. So I just stick it on like that. That kind of gives you enough idea where it is, and then oh, I missed it. But that's where you use the sticky pads, because you know you can just pull them off, pull them back on again. Not sure that's right. Down, up, down, up. So if I stick it there like that, give it a wiggle. That's down. That's up. That one needs some fine tuning. You didn't even see that, did you? Let me try and stick over here so you can actually get an idea of what I'm doing. Not on the tools, come on. Sit nicely. I broke my stand, so not had a chance to fix it yet. You still can't see. Oh, hold on a minute. Perfect. Perfect. So let's try that again, because it seems that it's not quite in the right place, I don't think. However, what I'll do is sometimes, because the bar's so long it bends, so we need to pull it back a bit. Undo that centre one slightly, and then put it back. Scope where it needs to be, back there. Do that back up. Can actually feel it. Yeah, that's really good. Another one done. Another 3 and I'm complete, and they're so easy. So easy. Of course, like I said, wiring them all in is going to be tricky. That's going to take a little bit of thinking about, but use a proper screwdriver. You know, that one's too small, so I'll use one which is massive. Massively too big, but you know. So it's good with a little voice drill just to start her off. Especially plywood makes it a little bit easier. This layout, I'm not used to this. This layout is so light. Okay, look at that. Another one done. Right. Oh, that's pretty much it for this one. Yep, down here. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I just wanted to update you on that. I am going to finish off the last 3, wire it all up, and then we can look at properly kind of fine-tuning and programming it into the automation. And then what I'd love to show you then, hopefully in the next video, I can't do it with all the regular coaches like a complete train, because the layout's just not big enough to do it. But what I will do is I will show you a loco running in full automation. The reason when I do this, I'm going to set it up, let it do the whole thing, so it'll just run on its own. The bit of software that I'm using is quite clever, because what it will do is it will pick up the first sensor and then work out the distance from the first to the second sensor where it's supposed to stop, and it will work out how long it takes it to slow down, how many steps it needs to slow down before it gets to that stop. So what it does is the first couple of runs is literally high speed stop, and then it will learn that actually when it gets that first, it knows that it starts to gradually slow down like a train would generally going into a station, and then stop at the point where it stops. But it's very, very gradual and slow, and it takes a few times. That's why it's better just to run it in automation. It can go through every single block and every single kind of siding and everything to work itself out. You just let it run for hours and it will just work it all out. And what that means then is that I will know where to put the magnets for the easy shunt couplers, which I'm hoping then, which is going to take me a long time to do. What I'm hoping then is the idea for the because it's an end-to-end, the idea for the easy shunt couplers is a train will come into a siding or come into the station, decouple, move forwards, come back, the point would change, it will then come back, run from the runaround, and then hook up onto the back and then drag it back round again. So, and it will just do that on its own. It's a lot of programming. Not sure if I can do it, but you know, that's what I wanted to do. So therefore, I'm going to see if I can actually make it to do it without destroying any locomotives or carriages and stuff like that by them dropping onto the floor. Saying that, I do have an extension ready to go as well. Just need a bit more track to make a bit of a loop so that it just helps that whole process. It'll just be a bolt-on bit. But anyway, watch your space. So until the next time, catch you later.